Very much, Allie. 5:33 is the time right now, and happening today. Workers at one of Metro Detroit's largest hospitals will be walking off the job as they're fighting for a new contract.
Now, union reps say they filed multiple unfair labor practice charges against McLaren Macomb in part of their effort to negotiate a new contract. Well, today, nearly 700 workers will hit the picket line starting at 7 this morning.
7 News Detroit reporter Ryan Marshall is joining us live from right outside McLaren Macomb in Mount Clemens. And Ryan, what are the workers asking for, and how's the hospital responding?
Well, good morning, guys. It is a battle of attrition. The representing union says that they want a fair contract without any further delay. McLaren Macomb says the union simply walked away from the negotiating table without any willingness to negotiate a contract that would be reasonable to everybody. And here we are, a strike is here. 700 McLaren Macomb employees, which includes 500 nurses and 200 support staff, will strike for 3 days from 7 a.m. today until 7 a.m. on Thursday. Now, the Office and Professional Employees International Union, or OPEIU, Local 40, the representing union, says that workers overwhelmingly authorized the strike. Now, union reps accused McLaren Macomb of multiple National Labor Relations Act violations over the last 2 years. They say the hospital has more than a dozen unfair labor practice charges, including bad faith negotiating and threatening to lock out workers. The union also says despite massive profits, the hospital, well, they continue to significantly underpay their workers and subsequently staff below required levels, which they say endangers both patients and nurses, and that a strike is the only way to ensure a fair contract. Now, the union vice president, Terry Dagbar, released a statement that says, in part, quote, "We continue to stand up for our patients and our rights and remain incredibly disappointed that McLaren would rather spend outrageous sums on expensive replacements who don't even know our hospital and systems that reach a fair contract with its own dedicated nurses." McLaren Macomb released their own statement that says, in part, quote, "This is truly an unfortunate development as McLaren offered market-leading wages for nurses, nationally benchmarked staffing ratios, and protected quality health insurance and benefits for all employees covered by these contracts." Now, the hospital says that they will remain open and use contract nurses and employees while this strike is ongoing. This is certainly going to be very interesting over the next couple of days. We're here live in Mount Clemens. I'm Ryan Marshall for 7 News Detroit this morning. Back to you, Alicia.
Yeah, less than an hour and a half away from some 700 McLaren Macomb employees hitting the picket lines. Thank you for your live update.